Welcome guys, so I'm doing another Arena Open Day 1, so this one is Bloomburrow sealed, um, and yeah, I'm going to do the best of one. There is a best of 3 option as well. I think I'm alternating between the two, so it's just best of 1 at the moment. So 25,000 gold, okay, got a nice little reward as well. Alright, I see we have 4 green rares. That's pretty interesting. I'm going to look at the blue rare first, though. Valley Floodcaller, 2/2 flash, not a wizard. You can cast non-creature spells as though they had flash. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, birds, frogs, otters, and rats get +1/+1 till end of turn and untap them. Okay. Quite a nice flash creature. He's okay, I would say. Pumps the entire team. Thunder Trap Trainer, a 1/2 with Offspring. So for 6 mana you get 2 of them. Whenever this creature enters, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You get a non-creature, non-land card and put it into your hand. So yeah, you get some kind of spell card. Which in limited you might not have that many in the deck, so that this could whiff potentially. Still, it's quite nice, but yeah, there's that whiff potential. With 6 mana, you can do that twice, of course. You've got a bit better chance. Over here, I've run into this card twice already. This is in. I've seen people play this in Constructed. Zoraline Cosmos Caller. For 3 mana, you get a 3/3 Flying Vigilance. So that's already really good. Whenever a bat you control attacks, you gain 1 life. Whenever Zoraline enters or attacks, you can pay black, white, and 2 life. When you do, return a target non-land permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. Reminds me of that white creature that would let you play things from your graveyard. But this is more balanced because you have to attack, pay mana, and pay life to get your things back, which is probably quite reasonable. But still pretty good. 3-Tree City, I've managed to get a couple of these already. You choose a creature type, and it basically for 2 mana and tapping it, you get an amount of mana of a color of your choice equal to the number of creatures you control of the chosen type. And I did play it. I did try to play it with a rabbit deck, and it was okay. It did something at some point. But yeah, I'm not that thrilled about it, to be honest. In limited, it's not going to be that good. You probably skip it. We have another black card. We have Coiling Rebirth. Sorcery, 2 black and 3. And you can gift a card, which means your opponent you can let your opponent draw a card to get an extra effect. So return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. If that gift was promised and that creature isn't legendary, create a token that's a copy of the creature, except it's 1/1. Okay, nice. So you can get 2 copies of creature back from the graveyard. You've got some really cool come into play effect on a non-legendary. Could be good. But it looks like we're almost certainly going to be playing green. We've got 4 green rares. We've got Tender Wildguide. Okay, oh yeah, I ran into this. So it's a 2 mana dork. You can offspring it, so you can get for 4 mana. You can get 2 of them. It can make mana. It can also pump itself up at instant speed with a +1/+1 counter, so it can gradually grow until it's big enough to attack, I suppose. Which is quite nice. Quite a nice growing threat as well as a mana dork. Another 2-drop, Thornvault Forager, Squirrel Ranger, another mana dork, had green. It can forage to add 2 mana in any combination of colours. Foraging is exiling 3 cards from the graveyard or sacrificing a food. Not that easy to forage, I would say. You're not going to get to forage very often. Still, it's mana fixing, basically. And for 4 mana, search your library for a squirrel card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Well, we'll see if we get any other good squirrels. But otherwise, this is quite playable. We also have another 2-drop, but it's double green, so it's quite tough to play. It's a 3/3. As long as there are 4 or more card types among cards exiled with Keen-Eyed Curator, it gets +4/+4 and has trample. And for 1 mana, you exile target card from the graveyard. So if you play 4 more mana, and they're all different types, you have a 7/7 trample. So that's fun. That's interesting. Yeah, worth playing as well. Definitely worth playing, even if it's quite hard to cast on curve. And for 3 mana, we've got Scrapshooter. So this is another raccoon. It's got a gifted card on it. 4/4 reach for 3. When it enters, if the gift was promised, destroy target artifact or enchantment and opponent controls. Okay, so it's like an Octobi orangutan as well if you gift the card, but it gets to be a 4/4 reach. So that's pretty awesome. Yeah, well, let's see what other good green cards we get. I might look at the other colours first. Actually, let's look at colourless cards. Patchwork Banner. This is a mana rock for 3 mana, and it can pump creatures up. Of a particular type. So it's a possibility, that one. Bumbleflower's Sharepot, I would say, is good. It's 5, basically a 5 mana removal spell. Well, except it costs 7. It costs 2 mana to put into play as well. But you get a food token. I think it's pretty reasonable. Hidden Grotto's pretty reasonable. Lets you surveil for 1. It's a bit of mana fixing with a tax. It's taxed mana fixing because it's costing you 1 extra. You're tapping 2 mana to get 1 mana of any colour, but it's fine. I think we leave out 3 Tree City and Patchwork Banner for the moment until we know more about how many creature types we can fit in a deck. So what I'm looking for now are removal spells, evasion creatures, and bombs. And a bomb, you kind of know it when you see it. It might fill a couple of categories. It might be an evasion creature that draws you a card or something. Usually, it's something that's card advantage that can give you card advantage every turn. That's a good example of a bomb. Right, but going through the white cards, Gravekin Duo. It's not a bad 1/1, actually. It's a kind of a synergy card, so leave out the synergy cards and come back to them later. It goes really well with the mice that get a bonus when they get targeted with an ability. Jolly Gerbils goes well with gifting. Could go well with our green cards. We've got a couple of things that gift. Nettle Guard is an example of a mouse, so it gets +2 toughness when it gets targeted, but it also you can sacrifice it. Is it disenchant? So I don't count that as a removal spell if it's just doing artifacts and enchantments. Repel Calamity, though, I'd say, yeah, destroy target creature, power or toughness 4 or greater. Yeah, that's a good removal spell. That counts. Sonar Strike as well is removal. That's good. Hop to it, I think, is a really good spell. You might call it a synergy spell, though. Wait and see. see if having 3 rabbits is going to be particularly helpful. Shrike Force is an evasion creature, so we like that. Okay, skip the Thistledown players. Rabbit Response is a what I'd call a combat trick. We just skip it for now. Pleated Provisioner is a flyer, so actually we'll take both of those. Whilst we're looking at these multicolored, we'll take Zoraline because that's got flying. Starseer Mentor. Wow. Okay, we've got another bat. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's got flying as well. Beauregard Mentor's got trample, so that's a good evasion ability. Head of the Homestead makes a couple of rabbits for 5 mana. It's a pretty good card. Good for a go wide strategy. So if you're going wide, Rabbit Response starts looking good because it's pumping all of your creatures. But we'll leave it out for now. We don't have to play that. I mean, it's a 5 mana card, so you've got to be quite committed to that strategy. We'll look at the blue ones. I think Runaway Together could be quite good. So you've got to bounce one of your creatures as well. But in theory, it works well if you've got a come into play effect or something. If I'd technically that's removal. Let's grab that. Thundertrap Trainer is pretty good. It's sort of card advantage. If you're playing sufficient spells, we might leave that out and come back to it actually. But no, let's grab it for the moment. Finch Formation has flying, so that's good. You can get 2 of them for 6 mana. That's nice. This gets to be unblockable if you have 7 cards in your graveyard, so that's evasion. That's good. Right, Sugarcoat. So Enchanted Permanent is a colorless food artifact. Loses all other card types and abilities. Just thinking so it stops being a creature, I guess. Yeah, so that's a removal spell. Turn something into a food. That's good. Valley Flood Cooler seems quite good. Spellgyre is a counter spell, it's for 2 blue and 2, but it can also be card draw. It's fine. Mind Spiral, you can stun something and draw 3. So that's technically removal for 5 mana and card draw. I think I won't put those in because you don't have that much room for 5 drops. Skyskipper Duo is a flyer, so we'll include that. Angler is just a growing creature. I'm going to cut out Thundertrap Trainer. I think maybe that's not as good as it seems. If you don't have the spells, it's not going to be very good. Look at black. Savor, that's a fine removal spell. As long as you're getting rid of 2 toughness or more, it's a removal spell. Wow, Daggerfang Duo. We have 4 of these. They've got Death Touch, and you can mill yourself. It's a rat, squirrel. Yes. I don't know. I might be overrating this a bit because it's a 3 mana Death Touch, which is a bit expensive for a Death Toucher. We'll think about that. Nocturnal Hunger, destroy a creature. Wow, okay. And you lose 2 life, or your opponent gets a food. That's really good. We got 2 of those. Very happy about that. Hazel's Nocturne, 2 creature cards, back to the hand, and you do a 2-point drain life. It's quite good, that. I'm not going to put it in, but it's quite good. And the Coiling Rebirth we've seen, you can get 2 creatures with that one. We'll drop actually a couple of Daggerfang Duos. You probably don't need 4 of them. Early Winter Exile creature, or enchantment. Yep, that's a good removal spell. And we've got a flyer as well, another flyer. And yeah, the big 6/6 Menace Death Touch. So it's got Menace. Arguably, this is another good one. Another Exile. I mean, not Exile. You know what I mean. Cash Gecko is here because you can use black mana with it. Fireglass Mentor is quite good because it can give you card advantage every turn, potentially. This squirrel can grow when you forage, which is quite good, but not that exciting. Okay, on to the red cards, I think. War Squeak, I think we'll skip that. It's sort of a combat trick. It can take away a blocker. It's you might consider it in a very aggressive deck. Blooming Blast, 2 damage. You can gift a treasure for it to do 3 damage. Well, it's good. That's removal. Think about this gecko again. It can do discard and draw, but for 2 mana. But you can also gain some mana with it, so it's almost a free card. I think that might be quite good, you know. I'll leave it for a bit though. Come back to it. Rabid Gnaw does damage equal to its power to target creature. Okay, that's like a punch card. That's good. We like that. It's like a green removal card. We usually see that in green. Right, that can give haste, which is alright. Sazercap's Brew is discard, draw 2, which is not bad. But you can also give +2 power if you give them a 1/1. Okay, that gets discard and draw when it gets targeted. I get Assault, very happy to see that. That is 4 damage. That's a nice removal spell. These guys have got Trample, so that's evasion. This guy's got evasion, really good card. It's got reach as well. Reptilian Recruiter has Trample, so that's also evasion. We like that one. On to green. Let's see if we've got anything else good in green. Longstalk Brawl. Oh yeah, there's a lot in green. Nice. So that is a green removal spell, a fight card. I think that's pretty good. Stocking the Pantry. This is card draw only if you're putting +1/+1 counters on things. We do have the Tender Wildguide that puts counters on itself, and potentially the copy can do the same. Just going to add that. We'll come back to Stocking the Pantry. Bark Knuckle Box 3/2 can become indestructible, so it can be quite hard to deal with. back to that. Okay, this thing can get +1/+1 counters if you forage. So it becomes, yeah, 4/3 basically. Potentially 2 4/3s for 4 mana. Pretty good. Cash grab. 2 mana, mill 4 cards. And if you get a squirrel back, you can get a food token. Not bad actually, quite good for just for digging for land. Hunter's Talent is a green removal spell, basically, so another punch spell. You can give trample to something, so it's a way of getting evasion, and then it becomes card draw, so that seems great. Keen-Eyed Curator, we've established, is really good. Take that. And the Thornvault Forager is pretty good as well. And we've got 2 more mana dorks. So we're really looking for things we can ramp out. That's an incredible number of mana dorks. That's 4 of them. We're down to gift a card. You can disenchant something. You can disenchant 2 things potentially. But still, it's not. For me, that's not a removal spell. Hazard Root Herbalist can give Death Touch to a token. So this gives sort of trade up potential, I would say. But we'll come back to that one. Scrapshooter is great. So anything with reach is also good. It can potentially trade off with a flyer, so that makes it good. Does something else, doesn't it? It can, yeah, it gets to disenchant something as an enter effect, so that's pretty good. Rust-Shield Rampager has evasion, kind of. Power 2 creatures can't block it. And we've got another reach creature, which can draw you a card, so that's good. You've got the squirrel that grows. We don't care about that so much. That's pretty much everything. We'll check in on creature types. We've actually got 6 birds, 5 raccoons, 5 scouts as well, 4 squirrels. And we can add more squirrels. There's a couple more. We can add 1 more raccoon. So if we really want more ramp, Patchwork Banner is available, and 3 Tree City. But it might be unnecessary. We'll now just look and see if we can cut one of these colours. So I think we're playing green. In fact, we've got enough cards in green and black to play those 2 colours. Green even managed to get a couple of removal spells, so we've got Hunter's Talent, Longstalk Brawl. Just thinking that red's got some removal. It's got 2 Agate Assault. I don't think it's as good as the black removal, which is Nocturnal Hunger. I think we just go black green. Just keep it simple. So we'll just cut. White's got a couple of removal there. Repel Calamity and Sonar Strike. Let's cut white and blue to start with. That's probably where we get all the birds. Yeah. Now, are we going to splash white to try and play our bats? We haven't got very much in the way of mana fixing. There's a little bit, but not a lot. I think we just have to be sensible and just cut the bats, as good as they may be. We might add Zoraline back in if we can. Beauregard Mentor gets cut as well. I'm just trying to think of a good reason why we should play red. Okay, the recruiter can steal a power 2 creature, which is interesting, but not that interesting. I'm a big fan of Frilled Sparkshooter. So one question is, why have we got so much mana? Why have we got so much mana? Well, you can use it to activate the Sharepot a bit quicker. We can upgrade our Hunter's Talent. We've got a few sort of mana things to dump the mana into, and offspring effects as well. I suppose Rust-Shield Rampagers for 6. You get a couple of them. Well, you get a 4/4 and a 1/1 version. Just you've got to remember that. I suppose the Huskburster Swarm, if you don't get it cheap by having a full graveyard. We're on 37 cards, so we could add more death touches. We probably want to look at our curve here, so we could add another 3-drop, I would say. We might want a couple of larger things though, if possible. Perhaps Coiling Rebirth. Bushy Bodyguard, I suppose, could be good. Right, I might just add Daggerfang Duos and maybe a Coiling Rebirth. Would be good on Glidedive Duo to do a 4-point drain life. Yeah, I think that's a good first pass at a deck. I'll call that end of part 1. Thanks for watching so far. And welcome back. So I've done something unusual with this deck. I've gone up to 50 cards. The reason for that, um, I've got all four Daggerfang Duos, so these mill two cards, and I don't want to have that decision where I don't mill. I want to make the most of this card. I'm also using another mill card, which is Cash Grab. So you could potentially mill 12 cards off the top if you drew all of these. So it seemed reasonable to go up to 50 cards. No, it means I can fit in a few more fun cards basically in the deck. So I'm going to play Zoraline, Cosmos Caller, and the Starseer Mentor. I think I can um, hopefully get away with that. I've got a few ways. I've realised I can splash for those because my mana dorks add a mana of any colour. Um, I think I'm just having second thoughts. Patchwork Banner can also add one mana of any colour. I think I'm going to actually just drop a swamp and play the Patchwork Banner. I think we can get away with dropping one land. So we've got 20 land. And that I've got I think 8 squirrels, so we could potentially boost up our squirrels with that. That might make sense. Um, right, okay, let's just go ahead. Right, okay, it looks like a reasonable hand. We've got a 3-drop creature, and we've got the 2-drop artifact. So we've got something to do on turn 2 at least. He's got a good start. We do have a removal spell. Uh, that's encouraging. He's not done anything yet. Turn 2. We might have something at flash speed, of course. Okay, there's an intrepid rabbit, so that's a 3/2. We have drawn Zoraline. We don't have a way of getting white mana yet. That's probably going to be quite a common problem we have. I don't want to play the Scrapshooter yet. If I can, I think I'd rather play the Corpseberry Cultivator. And we'll forage the food and bring that up to 3/4. Then it can block the Intrepid Rabbit. And then he's got to use his removal spell on the cultivator, let's say. He's got 3 colours, so he's done well there. Good, we have stopped him attacking, so that is definitely something. Now, Scrapshooter is a 4/4. It can definitely take out the guard mouse with Longstalk Brawl. Yeah, let's play that. And we just do a double check and make sure there aren't any anything we can disenchant, basically. So we'll do that. We could beef up the cultivator. It doesn't actually matter too much. I'll just recap that. Yeah, that's a sorcery speed thing. Okay, 3, 4. So I think I'm happy attacking there. So you'd have to trade off with both of those. Yeah, that's a good trade for me. Clear that. That's a food token. That's going to... Let's see. We can actually use our Sharepot if we want. So that these are just a bunch of small creatures, I suppose. I think I'm going to. I've always got the Nocturnal Hunger. I think I'm going to attack, honestly. That is a sorcery speed removal thing, but we don't really want to use that. So that can pump the entire team. That's more valuable than this one. Pay 2 life. I think I'll kill the Warren Elder because I've got 2 removal spells. We'll try and yeah, I'll lose 2 life. That's fine. So he's probably got something else cooking. Patchwork Banner, interesting. Playing it after. To boost raccoons, okay. So I could use the Sharepot if I wanted. I'm just going to attack. So I'm going to win in 3 turns in theory. Except he's got food, you see, so it's going to be, yeah, it's going to be 3 more turns. And I'm going to die. I'm going to die in 3 turns. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead, use Nocturnal Hunger on the Daggerfang Duo. Seems excessive, but we sort of have to do that because we're going to lose the race. Okay, he's got another big creature. That's fair enough. So I've got to use, I think, the Sharepot to kill his 5/5 now. And attack. Thinking about the Thornvault Forager. Okay, he's got another one of those. Fair enough. So I'm just going to have to probably block. Hazel's Nocturne lets me get 2 creature cards back, which I don't even have 2 creatures in the graveyard yet, actually. So I think I just have to block here. Scrapshooter is just going to have to trade off with the Rampager, I think. And I can't block these 2/2s, that's the problem. I might have to, Scrapshooter might have to kill one of them. Forager can jump in the way of the Rampager. That is instant speed, which is quite useful. So actually, yeah, of course the 2/2 can't block that one either. They're all difficult to block, unfortunately. I can block the fish, I suppose. So that's something. Get the fish. Block that. We take 4. And he's got a flyer as well, so that's going to do me 2 damage. I can't really stop it. I'll do this, which is will get me back these 2 things. Get me up to 4 life because it's also a drain life. And what's interesting, that does actually, that can tap for mana, and I can play Zoraline. I could actually do 2 white mana. No, I can't actually do the special thing when it comes into play. But never mind. The Forager here is not much use. It can't actually block anything, so I could... If I get 8 mana, I could do... Well, let's see, I can do a 4 and a 3. I can do... Could do Zoraline. Well, Scrapshooter's pretty good. Let's gift him a card, actually. Got an idea. Destroy that, because that'll make his raccoons smaller. He will draw an extra card, but I think that might be worth doing. And I think we'll play Zoraline. So I think that might make a bit of sense. We've got to exile 3 things, which is fine. 1, 2, 3. And I can play a non-land permanent. I can replay Bumbleflower's Sharepot, which is pretty fantastic. That's assuming Zoraline doesn't die. The question is, do I have to block? I've got to block something. If they've got a pump spell, they probably do me 4 damage anyway. So I think the Scrapshooter jumps in the way of Strike Force. Zoraline blocks a raccoon. Oh my god, what the hell is that? Destroy all creatures, okay. And the Strike Force comes back. Well, that was horrendous. Why did that come back? Yeah, you brought back a creature. Okay, that's fair enough. I can block with these guys. Can I just... What can I actually get rid of? Well, this thing is actually going to kill him if I play it. He might be able to kill me with a pump spell, or he might have a removal spell. But we can't worry about all of that. Yes, we're going to get rid of maybe this Sharepot, the Nocturnal Hunger, and the Forager. And draw a card. And we get a Patchwork Banner. I think we'll play a Corpseberry Cultivator. And we won't forage anymore. Yeah, if I haven't got enough to forage. And the swarm doesn't get affected because it counts exiled cards as well as graveyard cards, so that's good news. Yeah, it just counts creature cards. Okay, we're blocking. We're definitely blocking. And it's some kind of combat trick. Of course, okay. Right, fair enough, fair enough. Right, we've still only got one black mana, haven't we? That's sort of a bit of an issue. Patchwork Banner for the squirrels, I think. Yeah, it's not going to get to do 6 damage, unfortunately. There's an idea of Daggerfang Duo, and hopefully we mill 2 creatures, and then we could also play the Huskburster Swarm. But that's a long, seems like a long shot. Maybe just play this and threaten the kill. Or maybe we attack first. Well, do I forage and attack for 4? Difficult decisions. I'm going to say yes. Daggerfang or Hulkbuster Swarm. Let's go for the evasion creature and see if he can just kill me. Okay, we got him. It was a fun match. Okay, I just had to come up with a deck and an appropriate card to put on the front of the deck.
What?
Okie doke, we got a 2-drop, we got a 1-drop. Get to try out Stocking the Pantry, so we'll see if it can do anything this game. I think we've got to play the Bushy Bodyguard. Realistically. Oh, in fact, we could play a Keen-Eyed Curator instead. So a 3/3 on turn 2, which is quite good. Right, yeah, nice. Bouncing his carrot cake. And we've got Nocturnal Hunger, so I think we just kill that. Swing in. Just thinking about foraging and whether our Bushy Bodyguards can forage. Okay, so the mouse is that we could, of course, pump up raccoons. Also got two types of card, I notice. We really like to forage. I'll play the squirrel. Forage, and I'll do no attacks. Oh, he's got a really nice curve out there. 4-drop into 5-drop flyer. Makes me feel like I wasted my removal spell, but that's always the way. That guy has first strike, so we can't really do much about it. Take out the frog from the graveyard. It's not looking like foraging is going to be happening, unfortunately. We'll pick squirrels here. Yeah, it's one of these tough situations. I think we just skip the turn. No attacks, and if he can pump Godmouse again, I think we are in trouble. Okay, and he just has, yes, he can pump the Godmouse again. That's the answer. So we are very dead. Um, of course, gets first strike again, so I just take 8 damage. Maybe I should chump with the squirrel there, because the flyer's obviously going to kill me. Well, we've got an early winter, so that's something. Um, Early winter. Let's see. It is instant speed. I think the cultivator is just chump blocking now. We're killing the flyer. Right. So yeah, he's just got a removal spell for that as well. If you just count, he had the Longstalk Brawl. Yeah, it was just one. Yeah, it was just two removal spells in total. Um, right. So I think we're dead there. I don't think there's a way of reducing his toughness, unfortunately. Oh shit. Got to be careful with that one. Don't click too quickly. Click the right one. I'm just going to kill the bird. Doesn't make any difference. We did not manage to stop the pantry, sadly. But he had a good rollout there. It was a 3-3 on turn 3. And then the guard mouse, so that's a 3-4. And then the 3-4 flyer. And then you had a spell, something to pump up the guard mouse 3 turns in a row. And a second removal spell as well. And what we had just didn't quite come together. Right. Okay, let's get back to it. On to the next one. So I suppose we'll just try not to use our removal too early. Okay, little issue. We have 2 forests and no swamp. We sort of expect this to happen every so often. We're going second, so we're drawing an extra card. I'm going to go ahead and keep this and hope for the best. Yeah, third forest. Okay, it's the Bushy Bodyguard. Doesn't seem good. On turn 2, goes to 1-1. Okay, we top deck now 3-3. That's good. Oh yeah, this thing just grows and grows and grows. It's pretty ridiculous. Yeah, 2-3. And he could trade off with the Might Caller, so let's see if he chooses to do that. No. That thing's just going to grow every turn, I think. We've got actually Patchwork Banner. I will grow the squirrels with this. I can remove the carrot cake from the graveyard as well. But yeah, I've got a pretty bad opening again, and my opponent has kind of a perfect opening. That's what happens. And there's absolutely no limit on the number of counters this thing gets per turn, which is wonderful, of course. Okay, I'm going to use my Curator. I'm going to take out that carrot cake. And I'm going to go ahead and double block this. We draw a swamp. That's good, right. So we've got an early winter on the Night Caller. I'm not aware of the protection spells that are available. I think safety first here. I think we, yeah, do have a few issues with the mouse. There we go. We're just going to exile that. Not going to attack. I mean, the chances of me ever getting this to 7/7 is pretty low. I'll block one rabbit and see what happens. Okay, we take quite a lot there. We take 6 damage. Yeah. Oh, you've got 2 of those. Of course you do. Right. Fine. So get a creature. We can get an instant. Let's see. We've got 6 mana. We actually do. Let's just have a look. No. Rust-Shield Rampager. You can pay 6 mana, can't we? So we can have 2 of these. That's pretty good. No attacks. Trade with a 4/3 trample, trade with a 4/3 trample, and trade with a 1/1 rabbit. See if he's got the perfect combat trick. No. Can forage now. There is also Hazel's Nocturne, which is something else we might want to do with our stuff in the graveyard. Got 7 mana, so we can only spend 3 mana bringing stuff back out. But we will get 2 things, and we will get a 2-point drain life, which could be important. And if we think about it, that's a squirrel. We want that. It should be a 3/4 with the squirrel bonus. I will. Let's have a look. I'm going to choose not to forage. And he has a fountain port as well, so he can make even more creatures. Ridiculous. I'll block a rabbit. Now what's happening? Are we sacrificing that token for a card? Makes sense. Okay. That becomes a 3/2 when it attacks, and that bounces something. Okay. And that, so he's going to make even more creatures. Okay. Good fun. So this will be 3/2 or 5/4. Let's give that some thought. And the cultivator gets bigger as well, of course. That's nice. There's the Keen-Eyed Curator. Yeah, it's not. Let's do a Daggerfang Duo, I think. And we will mill 2 cards because why not? We did lose a removal card. Can only do me 4 damage, can't it? I think we attack with this guy. That gets to be a 3/2. But, yeah, fountain port is going to be an issue. Got 7 mana, so I can play the Sharepot and activate it. Attacks with everything, okay. There's a 3/2. Okay, 2/2 trades with a 3/2. Or yes, that's what we'll do. 5/4 kills that. We'll kill that rabbit and see if he's got the something that boosts his team. 1 damage through. Okay, that's not too bad. He's going to get his team back with this thing. Yeah, this thing again. Right. Baker's Bay. So he can kill anything that I decide to attack with. Yeah, he's just got creatures. I've got an instant there. Six for gobble the food. No, I'll decline that and do no attacks end turn. He's just going to eventually win with Fountain Port, though. That's the only trouble. Right, Curator, here we go. Yeah, I'm going to take out that thing. I'm going to take out my own thing, I think. I may as well take out something else from his graveyard. Oh yeah, and I can do something else from his graveyard as well. Cash grab. Okay, this is pretty good. Grab a permanent from here. If I get... Oh, look at that. I get Stocking the Pantry. I can draw cards. That also draws cards, but this is sort of even more card draw. Let's see. I've got 5 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, we're gonna pop a 3/2. This feels terrible, but no, let's not pop a 3/2. Let's think about what types I've got in here. I can pop. Okay. Just thinking, I've got creatures, I've got instant. Right, next. We can go in here, take a land. That one, probably that one, it's fine. And I'm going to attack with the Cultivator. And he can just do that. That's So, we'll draw our first ever card off Stocking the Pantry. Daggerfang Duo. Okay, we're going to take a land out with this. Which will get me to 3 card types. Pretty exciting. If I use the Sharepot, and I get rid of that, that is another card type. I've just realised. It's excessive, but I think it's reasonable. Get to 7/7. We can sacrifice a food with that. Gonna attack with 7/7 and a 6/7. Yeah, seems reasonable. Jump block, 7 damage goes through. Sounds good to me. I'm going to play Daggerfang Duo, mill 2 cards. Land. That's good. That's what we like to see. Another head of the homestead. Yeah, nice one. Scrapshooter. Let's draw a card first with that. Oh, Hunter's Talent. Beautiful. Right, so this one lets me snipe one of his dudes. And, you know what? One of you guys can shoot ahead of the homestead. Okay, I'm going to get gifted a food, and that's going to be indestructible. Interesting. Very nice. I'm going to level that up. And do I want a Scrapshooter as well? Possibly not. Okay, do I just wait a turn? Well, he might have a Wrath, so I probably should not wait a turn. And that's 4 mana. Yeah, okay. Might be quite reckless, but yeah, that's forage food. I'm thinking attack with everything, and make that trampling as well, and that should be too much for him. If he's on 0 toughness, I mean, yeah, there we go. I mean, that was touch and go. We managed to stabilize. We saw some nice card advantage from the pantry for the first time, justifying its inclusion. And we got our 3/3 rare up to 7/7 trample for the first time as well. Okay, interesting. We've got a hidden grotto there. It's like a cash grab on turn 2, probably. Or a Sharepot. Okay, 1/2 flyer. Does a bit of life gain. I don't know if we need the Sharepot just yet. Well, I mean the cash grab. This is a bit of life gain. We'll go with the Daggerfang Duo. And we'll do a bit of milling. Yeah, we mill a good card, unfortunately, but can't be helped. It's gotta have something soon. Can't be all 5-drops in his hand. Vanishing Light on the duo, okay. Remember Scrapshooter? I can gift him a card and pop the Vanishing Light. A Hidden Grotto. I actually don't really need that forest, so I'm going to get rid of it. So I can always pay 4 for a Scrapshooter. Gift a card. Yeah, and it's got reach as well. It's not one of these annoying ones that... Yeah, okay, I think we'll just kill the Banishing Light straight away. Another mill trigger, which is cool. Couple of creatures off the top. Another Banishing Light, okay. We're getting the removal out. And we've hit 5 mana. I think we just start swinging in. We're winning the race at the moment. I think it's another Daggerfang Duo. Gonna have the most mill possible pretty much with this deck. Alright, we lost 2 removal cards. That's not ideal, but it happens. That is another removal spell. That's three removal spells so far. No more creatures, and he is seemingly thinking about blocking now. Before combat, I'm thinking about cash grab. A bit more mill. Wow, that was 3 land off there. We're going to get a squirrel. We are going to get a food, and we're going to play the squirrel. I don't see any problem playing the swarm. I don't think I've got a discard and draw. So, nope. One, two, how many things? 3. May as well. Got so much to get rid of. Ah, no, he's got green, so that's his 3rd colour. He can bounce something. He can bounce the Banishing Light and get rid of my cultivator. Okay, yeah, that's a pretty good one. Okay, I think we just attack here. I can eat some food there, get him to 4-5, and attack like this. Do we care about potentially losing the Scrapshooter? I'm not going to worry about it, honestly. And I've got Nocturnal Hunger as well, potentially. He might have a protection spell, of course. He did have a protection spell. And kill the flyer though. I think I'm gonna wait till I've got 4 mana for this guy. Oh wait, I did have 4 mana. I forgot about my mana dork. Silly me. Just wasted a turn there on that. We'll see if it's important. Frog Druid 2/3. Oh, Banishing Light. No, he bounced the previous one, didn't he? So that's the Corpseberry gets goes away. Stocking the Pantry. Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna stock the pantry, I think. I will just attack with the Daggerfang Duo. And I'll do the Tender Wildguide and make an offspring. Really, it doesn't tap the Hidden Grotto, which is an interesting choice. Take the damage. Let's see, we've got a fair amount of mana here. I'm thinking of releasing the Corpseberry Cultivator. Let me tap that for the... There we go. I'll play a Rootweaver as well. Another Rootweaver. I'm not going to do any attacks. Pop some food. Yeah. Maybe like 3, 4. Is he really going to use instant removal on that squirrel? There's a lot of removal in this deck. Yeah, he hates that squirrel. It means it didn't trigger my Stocking the Pantry, I suppose. We've got the combo here with the Wildguide and the Pantry. We'll let this through. Hopefully, it doesn't have. Can't boost it up to 9/9. Oh, it's got two. He's got that to bring two back and do 2 damage to me as well. Right, that's gonna get through. Oh, we got Glidedive Duo. That's nice. Tap that for mana. We can draw cards off that. Are we attacking yet? No, no need to attack yet. Just hope he doesn't have a board sweeper. Okay, right. 3 extra life, nice. Okay. You get bigger. You get bigger. And we draw a card of Stocking the Pantry. And how much can we forage? Quite a lot. So we can get a couple of Bushy Bodyguards quite happily. I think I'm going to attack in the air. Oh yeah, I forgot about its reach creature. Never mind. Yep, let's do 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's do 3 more. 1, 2, 3. And we will end the turn now. And draw some more cards. Keep an eye on how many we've got left. These guys tap for mana as well, but I'd rather put counters on them. Longstalk Brawl. It's gonna probably take me down with that flyer eventually. Okay, what do I attack with? those two. Oh, he's got a Galewind Moose, okay. There's one of them. Yeah, let's see, 17 cards left. Well, let's get that. Do I want to mill cards? I'm going to decline because I don't need to do that. And I'm going to end the turn. So I can just draw all the cards in my deck, pretty much. Ah, he's got more blockers. Okay. Getting through the land. All the land. Who do we've got moles, we've got possums, we've got squirrels. I'm confident there are still some more squirrels left in the deck. Thirteen cards left. Draw all the cards. Oh, Hunter's Talent is a good one. Let's see, 10 cards left. We have a Hulkbuster, that's pretty good as well. Let's go ahead and play that. Right. Let me upgrade that one. Let's attack with a few things. That can be a trampler. We'll play the flyer. And is there any reason to play that? Sure. Mouse troubles. Let's try it again. See if he's got sweeper. I think we got him. Okie doke. Yeah, the pantry is working. Okay, it's that awkward double forest start as This time there's literally nothing we can cast, and we're going first. I think it's a mulligan, to be brutally honest. This time we've got the 3/3 Rootweavers and a cash grab. And we'll be able to cast Zoraline. I think we keep 6. I either drop a cash grab or a Rootweaver. I'm going to drop a cash grab. Might be the wrong choice, but there we go. Duo, it's always a good start. And we get a 3rd land, which is very nice indeed. I think we'll just play Zoraline. Not blocking that. A 3/2 trample. Quite happy to just take that out now. Play another Rootweaver and attack. Right, we've got Stocking the Pantry. We can just attack with Zoraline. We've got nothing to bring back. And this can get an offspring. We know the guard mouse is a tough customer. Okay, he's taken that out. Can't bring it back because it's not Mana Valley 3. That's 6 damage, alright. Who are we pumping up here? Anyway, let's play Stocking the Pantry. We can add 2 damage by pumping up the moles, which seems crazy, but let's do it. Another Bravekin Duo. 3 mascot is the changeling, so that's oh, okay. Okie doke. So yeah, we can take out one blocker here because we got Scrapshooter. I think we might win then. He's only got 2 blockers. I'm not sure we win. But he drew, yeah, the card I gave him was good. He got a, he's got first strike on that. He kills my flyer. Disaster. Literally gave him a 2 mana removal spell with the card draw from Scrapshooter. But I suppose that's the problem. You don't want to give your opponent cards. Now the guard mouse probably wants to stay back to block my raccoon. He's only got 1 card. Banishing Light. Okay. Can take my blocker out. Attack with the Bravekin Duos, I suppose. No, he's going to go all in. But he does get to scry. But no, he's going to defend. Okay. Yeah, he's using it for scrying. That makes sense. Okay, Daggerfang Duo. I think honestly, send in the raccoon. No, don't send in the raccoon. It can get blocked by the mouse. It's not the other way around. So no attacks. And we'll mill 2 cards. And probably regret our choices, but yeah. If it was an early winter, it would have been perfect. But never mind. But it's got Death Touch. He's top decked another Banishing Light. Of course he has. And he saw it. He scried for 1. He saw that on top of the deck, of course. So he's got something else good on top. Another Banishing Light, I'm guessing. Oh, Hulk. Sorry, Huskburster Swarm. Man, it's Death Touch. Pretty hard to deal with, unless you've got Banishing Light. But we'll see. He saw something good on top. What was it? Metal Guard. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. But it's not one. He's got enough power there to take down the swarm. They can double block and kill it. I think I just attack with everything here. I think, honestly, yeah. I'll play the forest. Okay, that did the trick. That's 4 wins. It's the high pressure game now. Let's see if we can get into the gems. Okay, it's that double green start again. We have a 2-drop creature. We can even potentially do some removal, but it's fight spell, so you probably lose that creature. Opponent is going first, so we are drawing an extra card. That's the only bit of good news. I think I'll give it a mulligan, honestly. We got Zoraline again. Okay. Let's keep that. We can't cast Zoraline. Do we keep 4 land? Get rid of Zoraline. And do just nothing until turn 5. And hope we... there we go. Drew the perfect card. Got a Mana Dork. So that's nice. As long as it doesn't die, we're fine. Okay. Cultivator. Daggerfang Duo is pretty good. Let's mill 2 cards. Oh, we built a really good card. Oh, that's going to get pumped up to 4, 5. Yeah, we'll block it with my Death Touch. That's fine. Oh, we could play a Starseer Mentor. Yeah, let's do that. Not played that before. 3, 5, Flying Vigilance. And we've got a combo with the duo next turn, potentially. See if he's got his removal. Got maybe some removal. Oh, right. Okay, he's going to nick a card off me. Damn, is it going to be the Glidedive Duo? Or Huskburster Swarm? He's gone for the Huskburster. Interesting choice. Polywallop, and that dies. Oh, of course. Okay, right, yes. Okay, Glidedive Duo. Probably still the best thing. I think, yeah, probably can't double block that. It's a bad idea. Another Tree God Duo, okay. 5 damage. Oh god. Right, Hazel's Nocturne. Bring 2 things back. And do a cash grab as well. Swing in for 3, I think. I think we wait till we've got 7 mana, maybe. We could do this now. Let's see what we get. Bumbleflower's Sharepot, that's a nice removal spell. Swamps off the top. Chuck the Death Toucher in the way. Got the Huskburster. And we're still on 6 mana, so we can't Sharepot. I can't play the Sharepot and use it straight away, so we're going to get whacked for a lot of damage. It's down to 1 card though. I could. Yeah, I've got to play the Sharepot, I think. That just has to happen. And I could do Nocturnal the Duo. I'm just going to end the turn there, take lots of damage. I'll be nearly dead. And I'll do that. Daggerfang Duo. And maybe another Daggerfang Duo. Do we just kill the that thing? And do no attacks. Try and double block this thing. Oh yeah, that thing lets you draw cards. And okay, he's got removal as well. Of course he does. And we have to chomp that one. Okay, and I die. It's a season of loss because it just makes me lose 4 life. Nice. Not an awful lot I could do about that. I mean, I could have played slightly differently, but okay, that looks good. Got 2 drop, got a 3 drop. Oops. I don't know why, but the mouse seems to struggle at the moment. Doesn't move. Okay, there we go. Right, what on earth is that? Mythic otter. Draw and discard. You can copy a spell for 2 mana. If it has power 3. Okay, we have, I've just noticed, Keen-Eyed Curator. So, yeah, that could get Menace. Honestly, I'm just going to run the raccoon into them. Well, we can always get that back. Another rare. You can bounce your own creatures. And when you bounce creatures, you draw a card. So that's a nice draw engine. See, splash pull, draw a card. Right, Longstalk Brawl. How many card types are we going to have? Got 3 card types, by the way. That is sorcery, that's sorcery as well. So, this thing, the mage, is going to be quite a serious bit of, well, it's going to protect its creatures, it's going to be card draw. I don't think, do we want to attack? Let's attack with Death Toucher. Cultivator. Okay. Play that on the defensive. Interesting. Right. Let's just recap though how many card types we have. It was sorcery. Yeah, sorcery. We got 3 card types. We can now get 2 creatures back with an instant. So I'm not going to forage. No attacks, and so. Okay, Calamitous Tide is just bouncing 2 creatures, so we're pretty badly screwed. But yeah, he hit 6 mana. It happens. That's just 8 damage. See if he has another one of those in his hand as well. So 6 mana. Let's see how I can defend. I mean, we just want Death Touch against that guy. Cultivator, or a let's have a Keen-Eyed Curator. Jump with Death Toucher in the way. Damage through. Stuff. Right. I think we should go for it. So there's a creature. There's a land. I'll burn my own instant. let's see. This could be a 3/4. Sure. I don't think we're getting that back, unfortunately. 1, 2, 3. Damage. Yeah, another Calamitous Tide. As I predicted. Just wins the game if you have two of them. Down to one, okay. Right, so how do we lock 4 creatures with 6 mana? That's the question. That actually gets me 2 creatures. Is there anything that gains me life points? Is there anything helpfully an artifact? No, I think we're just dead. Yeah, don't. Oh yeah, you have to exile creatures to have that get cheaper. Kind of annoying. So we can have a Keen-Eyed Curator again. And we can have a couple of these things. And that thing has Menace anyway, so I need 5 blockers. Yeah, great. And he's got another bounce spell. And it does 1 damage anyway. Sure. So he's got the the mage that does 1 damage. So yeah. Yeah, we didn't get to into the gems. 4 and 3 seems respectable. First attempt at squirrels seemed reasonable because we had 4 green rares, and I thought I'd try playing every squirrel and playing Stocking the Pantry and try to, and I actually won a couple of games where I drew cards off this, so it wasn't that bad. Let's see. We had a Keen-Eyed Curator. We actually got that to 7/7 trample a couple of times. Of course, got to see it get bounced with the blue spell. That's the problem. It's a bit too much effort trying to actually get that to work. Hunter's Talent is really good. Tender Wildguide, of course, that's fantastic with Stocking the Pantry. We got that combination going. We didn't use the Wildguide, the Forager to find squirrels. Yeah, that's another thing you can do. But all these 4 death touches, which is quite helpful. Scrapshooter did blow up an artifact at some point, so that was good. We didn't bring anything back with Zoraline, but still was quite useful. Quite a good, quite useful to have a 3/3 flyer. Patchwork Banner, don't totally regret that. It was okay. Didn't see Coiling Rebirth or the. We did use Hazel's Nocturne a bit. Glidedive Duo we saw once. The Mentor, that just got killed straight away, I think. And we did see, yeah, we did use the swarm a few times. So that was quite. I've done this before with self-mill decks. You go up to about 50 cards. You sort of add 4 lands and 6 cards, basically, just to make up for the fact that you're milling yourself. It makes sense to me to do that. So you're not automatically losing if the game goes really long, but that seems to happen very, very rarely anyway. But yep, that was reasonably fun. So yeah, we're pretty good on 2 and 3 drops there. So, and that's that. I think that is a video uh, for watching.